Luther students have many opportunities to participate in research while they're students here. And this happens at Luther both in courses, so many of our courses have students or expect students to perform research projects, to ask questions, to come to some sort of an answer, and very often write about it as they write a paper or present it to the class in an oral presentation or create a poster that describes what they've done. It also occurs when students work with faculty on their own research projects. So many of our students perform research during the semester. It may be that they're doing this for college credit or as a work study position, but they're working alongside a faculty member who has these burning questions that are something that they wonder about the world.
I started working on astronomy research with Dr. Wilkerson the summer after my freshman year. The first summer that I worked with Dr. Wilkerson, it was a lot of learning about the basics of the research that he does, and just really got myself into the research experience. I'd had no research experience before this, so I was just learning how to be patient and learning about the basics of the research process. It's a valuable experience to learn doing research, knowing that you're not always going to find what you want to. You're not always going to get the results you want. You're not always going to be as clear with the data. And it was really good for me to learn that that's just how research goes. Second semester, my sophomore year, I got to go to a conference with Dr. Wilkerson. This was my first undergraduate conference off campus. I got to see what kind of research other physics departments were doing or other astronomy departments were doing, and I also got to see what kind of research graduate students were doing and other undergraduate students were doing. And so to go with this group of astronomers and go and tell everyone what we've been working on and what we found, and kind of bounce ideas off of them too, and get ideas for how we can improve our research here. The 3 years of research that I've done at Luther has led into my senior research project that I'm doing as a part of the requirement for graduation for the physics department. And this has just really helped me out because not only do I have a semester of research that I did during my first semester my senior year, but I have 3 years of research that I can draw on when I pull together this project. We're doing this as part of our education, and we're doing this to learn more and become familiar with the research process.
The research process is really a scholarly endeavor. It's the process of asking questions and trying to figure out how to answer those questions. Generally speaking, those questions are about things we don't understand as humans about our world. And so the question may be, why does the heart beat the way it does? Or what was the historical context of Shakespeare's writing his plays, or a particular piece of music that Beethoven wrote? What was going on in the world at the time that was written? Students then are developing this ability to learn new things about the world that we don't know. And so I think that's an important skill for people to start to develop while they're in college. And I think Luther has many opportunities for students to be able to engage in that process.
This summer, my friend Jeff and I researched Taoism, the Eastern religion, and then wrote musical compositions based on what we learned. We received a grant from Luther College to research Taoism, and we ended up writing one piece for chamber orchestra that was about 6 minutes long, and one piece for piano and electronics, which is about 5 minutes long. It is definitely a highlight of my time at Luther. It was a nice way to design my own major project that I was able to do with a friend in two things that I'm very interested in: music and philosophy, or Eastern religions. And it gave me a great opportunity to do a very large composition, which is something that's important for going to graduate school.